Well, Coach, the seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Ready? 60 outlaw.
Go. Go. Jim.
Topper. Hey, Charlie. Get it.
On first down, Jones. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 29-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in the...
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown.
John Ross with touchdown number 12 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go. 10 Lobo.
Check 45, come on.
Yep.
You ain't going nowhere.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, Hayward.
45.
Fight.
On first and 10, Carter. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Extra point attempt to come here. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14. Lions, nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Pull it high.
Operating from the gun, Carter. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Hey, Alpha.
Now Carter throwing on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and that'll make it 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw is Carter. From the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, Echo.
Mike's 43. Let's go, D. Big series right here, so we got to step it up.
Let's go.
Jones now off the play fake. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. 16 yards is the pickup there on a first down for Chicago.
Here we go. 50, plant.
I'm trying to collect.
Get it.
Now Jones off the bootleg. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. Jones heading up here 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Throwing Jones. This is caught by Robinson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, Jones. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
Now!
Wide motion.
Fire!
They begin the drive with Johnson. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Yes, yes!
45.
Buzz!
Hey, get away.
Ready?
Here's Carter to throw on second down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Smooth!
Check 45 to Mike. Stop your whining.
Look at me! Zipper!
Mike, 45.
Carter to throw on third down. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
8 read.
Check. Lucky.
Hit it.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
21-0 our score after one. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Silver.
General West. Hey, wahoo!
45. Mike, 45. Bound to lose one.
Now.
Here's 2nd and 8. Fighting through pressure. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Eddie Goldman in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
What we got? 45's the mic. 45's the mic. All day, dog. Hey, look.
Topper. Bravo. Let's go.
Carter now on third down. And the pressure gets to him again. Leonard Floyd in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now.
218, Chopper. Give me that ball. Give me that ball. Get it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Jones, off play action. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Ready, set.
Jones now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Jones hit, and the ball's out. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Tackle was made by Joel Iyebuniwe.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Recon, 132 fighter. 25, check 25.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Check.
To throw on second down, Carter. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Let's go now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the pass. Here we go.
Gone. I go.
Now Johnson. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Off the draw, here's Johnson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Go.
45.
Hey, exit.
45.
I got him. Hey, Check Mike 45. Check Mike 2.
From the gun, Carter. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Matt Patricia here on 4th down, sending out the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now, they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. Their turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
And that's the relief that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
56. Let's get that ball. Let's get that ball right now.
Gets through, and now an opening. And always going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
He's going to have the hook up to Ross. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
It also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here's Jones, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this 1st half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Got it.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this lap.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
Protein spill.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
Check it out.
Here's Jones off the bootleg. And that is incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. But now it'll be 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Jones. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
It's 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. Big dribble, big dribble.
Now Jones got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
We got this.
Down.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Over the middle, complete. That's Flowers.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Hey.
He's mine.
Check it out.
Now Carter from the gun on 3rd down. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Hey, Charlie.
45's the mic. We got to get the ball, D. Get the
Yep.
Let's go. 45's the mic. 45's the mic.
Back to throw is Carter, operating from the gun. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 29-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear 1st down. Jones now on 1st down. It's complete to Robinson. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
Out of bounds at the 35-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6.
General West.
2nd and 6. Fighting to stay upright. And he fires one incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
43's the mic. 43's the mic. Oh, here we go. Oh,
now Jones throwing on 4th down. And Robinson with a big catch. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
2nd and 9 at the 31.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
15 line. 15 line.
watch the run. Watch the run.
Now.
Check. 45's the mic. We're in. 45.
Ready?
From the gun on third down. Carter. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Recon, 132 fighter.
It's fourth down.
Yes. Buzz.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Back to throw. Carter, screen play, Johnson. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Looking to throw. Carter. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
A gain of a yard brings up third and 5.
Check 99. 6'6", bullet hot. Shoot.
Here's Carter off the play fake. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 22. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
To throw again on second down. Jones, he finds Robinson. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down. Throwing on first down, Jones. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. Back to throw. Jones. Open man is Ross, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
43's the mic. 43's the mic. Rip left, rip left.
Jones on first and 10. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Deshaun Hand in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day. All day.
Throwing on second and long. Jones going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The Bears on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Looking to throw. Jones. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They come out here in the eye.
Check, 43. Pick it up.
Protein spill.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw.
Kill.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomb. Hit it.
They'll try again with Jones. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Point after, right down the middle, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
He's not going to get me. Yo, go. Hey, Foxtrot.
Carter from the gun, he'll throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Any weapons?
First down.
Hey!
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
45 to Mike.
Snap.
Carter now throwing on 1st down. Buying time to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I'm going to hit you all night.
It's now 2nd and
General
6
West.
at the 19-yard line.
Go.
Roy.
Hey, Charlie. Let's go.
Back to throw. Carter. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Mike 7.
Check Mike 45. Here we go.
Get it.
Now Carter to throw on 3rd down. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, They're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The Bears on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Jones, operating from the gun. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. Throw left side complete. That's Bush. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now left side on the swing pass. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally wrestled down at the 11.
Let's go.
A huge play there on the screen pass. 42 yards.
First down, Bears.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 39. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. 10 at the 38.
Hey, wahoo!
56. Mike, 56.
Recon, 132 fighter. I'm on. Let's go.
Jones now throwing to start the drive. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Set the tone, defense.
Go.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. 56.
Get it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
Check. 45 to Mike.
Bravo.
45 to Mike. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 45.
Back to throw is Carter. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
The defense gets them the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College, not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Got that ice bath, felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Robinson's got it. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
Hey, exit. Ready?
Now Jones on first down. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bush.